You will never look lovelier.
I'll never feel happy, Mr. Dowd. I know it.
Miss Kelly?
Yes.
Maybe this rabbit. Kelly never kissed me.
Well, Ahmed is always my favorite poet.
All right, pal, you're discharged. This way.
Wilson, take your hands off that man.
What?
Apologize to Mr. Dowd.
Apologize to him? The guy with the rabbit?
Apologize.
I'm sorry.
Like you mean it.
I'm sorry. This way's the door.
If I leave, I'll be sure to remember. Now, Mr. Dowd, do women often come up to you and kiss you, like Miss Kelly just did? Every once in a while. And I encourage it, too. To hell with decency. I've got to get that rabbit. Dr. Sanders!
Doctor, do you agree with my diagnosis?
Yes, of course. Send them all in.
Thank you, Doctor. Mrs. Simmons, Judge Gaffney, please, step in here for a minute.
Is everything settled?
Yes, I find I concur with Dr. Sanderson.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, that's wonderful. What a relief.
Good boy. Well, why don't we all go out and celebrate? I happen to have a few bars. This is in the back of this little black book. This injection carries with it a violent reaction. We can't give it to him unless he gives consent. Will he give it?
Of course he will. If I ask him.
To give up this rabbit? I doubt it.
Well, don't ask him. Just give it to him.
Well, how about Bessie's Bondings, Lonnie's Chicken, Whoa Nellie's, Benny's Drive-In.
Elwood.
Benny's Drive-In, does that sound good to you, Vita? I mean, it sounds great to me, but how many people will there be? I mean, we'll have to phone for a table.
Elwood.
Mr. Dowd, I have a formula, number 977. It will be good for you. Will you take it?
Elwood, you won't see this rabbit anymore.
But you will see your responsibilities and your duties.
I'm sure if you thought of it, Doctor, it must be a great thing. If I happen to run into anyone who needs it, I'll be sure to recommend it. But as for myself, I wouldn't care for it.
Do you hear that, Judge? Do you hear that, Doctor? That is what we have to put up with.
Oh, Vita, do you want me to take this?
Oh, Elwood, I'm only thinking of you. You're my brother, and I've known you for years. I'd do anything for you. That Harvey wouldn't do anything for you. He's only making a fool out of you. Don't be a fool, Elwood.
I won't be, Vita, I promise.
You could amount to something. You could be sitting on the Western Front water board right now. If only you go over there and ask them.
Well, if that's what you want me to do, Vita, so be it. I mean, me and Harvey will go ask them tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I never want to see another tomorrow. Not if Myrtle May and I have to live in that house with that rabbit. Our friends never come to see us. We have no social life. We have no life at all. We're both miserable. I wish I were dead. But maybe you don't care.
Well, I've always wanted Vita to have everything she needs. Are you sure, Vita? All right, I'll take it. Now, where do I go, Doctor? In Dr. Sanderson's office, Dowd. Well, then, say goodbye to the little fellow for me, will you?
How long will this take, Doctor?
Only a few minutes. Why don't you wait? Don't worry, Mr. Dowd. I am a doctor.
Right. Well, wait.
The doctor said it would only be 15 minutes. And don't bother, don't fidget. How can I help it?
Coming. What do you want?
I'm looking for a tall, thin woman. Oh, there you are. Lady, you jumped out of the cab without paying me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. How much is it?
Hold up, you're from town? $2.75.
$2.75. I could have sworn I brought my coin purse. Where is it? Myrtle, do you have any money?
No, I spent the money Uncle Elwood gave me for my new hairdo for the party.
Judge, do you have $2.75 I could use to pay this cab driver?
Sorry, nothing but a check.
We don't take checks.
I know.
Dr. Thompson, do you have $2.75 I could use to pay this cab driver?
I'm afraid I must get on with the injection, and I don't seem to have my wallet.
Well, I'll have to get it for you from my brother. He's in here to get an injection. It won't be but a few minutes.
You're gonna get my money from your brother, and he's in there to get that stuff they shoot out here?
Yes,
Lady, I want my money now.
but I told you it would only be a few minutes. I want you to drive us back to town anyway.
And I told you I want my money now. I'm nosing the cab back to town, and you wait for the bus at 6 in the morning.
Of all of the pig-headed, stubborn things.
You should say so. What's the matter with you?
Nothing that 275 won't fix. You heard me. Take it or leave it.
I have never heard anything so unreasonable in my life. Dr. Chumley, will you let Elwood out for a minute? This cab driver won't wait.
Don't be too long.
Elwood, I came opposite my coin purse. Will you give this man $2.75? But don't give him any more. He's been very rude.
How do you do? Elwood P. Dowd is my name.
Lofgren's mine. E.J.
Well, Mr. Lofgren, let me introduce you to my family. This is Vita Simmons, my sister. Myrtle Masons, my charming little niece. My lawyer, Judge Gaffney. And Dr. Chumley. Now tell me, Mr. Lofgren, have you lived out here long?
Yeah, I've lived around here all my life.
And do you enjoy your work?
It's okay. I've been with the Apex cabs for 15 years, and my brother Joe's been driving with Brown cabs for pretty near 12.
That's very interesting. Now, you drive for Apex while your brother Joe drives for Browns? That's very interesting, isn't it, Vita? Mr. Lofgren, let me give you one of my cards.
Better get on with it, Mr. Dowd.
Of course, of course. Now, Mr. Lofgren, my sister and my niece live out here with me at this address. Now, won't you and your brother have dinner with us some night?
Sure, be glad to.
Well, really, when would you be glad to?
Well, I couldn't come any other night but Tuesday.
Well, then you must come Tuesday. We'll be delighted to see you now, won't we, Vita?
Oh, Elwood, I'm sure this man has friends of his own.
But one can't have too many friends, Vita.
Don't keep Dr. Chumley waiting, Elwood. It's rude.
Of course. Mr. Lofgren, here you are. Keep the change. Now, I'll expect you and your brother on Tuesday night for dinner. Will you excuse me now?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sweet guy.
Certainly. You could have just as well have waited.
Oh, no. Listen, lady, I've been driving this route for 15 years. I brought him out here to get that stuff, drove him back after they had it. It changes them.
I certainly hope so.
And you ain't kidding. On the way out here, they sit back and enjoy the ride. They talk to me. Sometimes we stop and watch the sunsets and look at the birds flying. Sometimes we stop and watch the birds when there ain't no birds, or look at the sunsets when it's raining. We always have a swell time, and I always get a big tip. But afterwards, uh-oh.
Afterwards. Uh-oh. What do you mean afterwards? Uh-oh.
They crab. They yell at me, watch the lights, watch the brakes, watch the intersections. They scream at me to hurry. They got no faith in me or my buggy. Yes, the same cab with the same driver, and we're going back over the very same road. No fun, and no tips either.
But my brother would have tipped you anyway. He's very generous. Always has been.
Not after this, he won't be. Lady, after this, he'll be a perfectly normal human being. And you know what bastards they are. Go ahead and nudge him. I'll wait.
Judge Gaffney! Oh, Myrtle May, stop the injection!
You can't do that. Dr. Chumley's giving the injection.
Mother, stop it! I don't want Elwood to have it! I don't want Elwood that way! I don't you. You don't even have to come around. It's our business. Oh, Elwood! Elwood!
Now there, E-Dog. Yes, you've been through quite a lot, haven't you?
Well, she's very tired. She's done quite a lot today.
Heaven shown way. I'm not giving my game up to the club, no matter how large the animal is.
Come on, Elwood. Let's get out of here. I wish I'd never seen this place. I hate it.
Now, see here. It's whatever Vita wants, Doctor.
What? Look at that. It's my coin purse. I could have paid that cab driver. Harvey. Come on, Myrtle May. Come on, Elwood. Let's go home.
Doctor, you know, I've often wondered what... I've always known what my family thinks of Harvey, but I've always wondered what Harvey's family thinks of me. There you are. You know, if you'll excuse me, Doctor, you're standing in my